Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Spakovo, Poland. I'm on my way to give the horses their oat, their base food. They are running fairly low and the cows have all but run out of hay, so we'll have to deliver that to them. And there is also a shearing season today, so we are expecting some of the crew to come and shear the sheep. We got a meadow to cut, and we also got, I think, corn and sunflowers to harvest. So yeah, it's a very busy season today, and I should not be lolling about for too much. Now the thing is, I have checked the weather and it seems like it's not gonna rain until 6 a.m. tomorrow, which means we got about 24 hours to do all our harvesting. And yeah, it's gonna be a very busy day, because we definitely have to do the hay since we are running fairly low, and we're gonna use another bale today to give to the cows. So they technically still have some meadow, but you know, it's better if we can provide something nicer for them. Alright, and with this load we have actually used up all the oats that we had, so we definitely have to put some in the ground before, well, next season. Okay, let me move the trailer out of the way, and okay, I can now access the bales. But before I do more work on the animals and the grassland, I just want to see how the moisture is looking with the sunflowers. Alright, they are definitely ready to harvest. Let's check the moisture in the field. 13.25. Should be around 13.25 all the way around. Let's see what's the best moisture for sunflowers is. We're actually at the best possible moisture. Alright, this is good news. So I suppose it's only gonna be going down, which means that we still have some space, some time before we would fall into a worse grade. What did I want to see? Right, the corn. Alright, the corn is also ready for harvest. Let's see the moisture here. And it's 13.35. Okay, let's check corn, and corn is on the low side. Alright, so if it gets under 13, we do get a reduction in the quality of grain. Right, which means that if I go to the top of the field, check the moisture there, it supposedly is gonna be a bit lower, because the higher up you go, the more the water drains, which technically means that moisture is lower. 13.28. Alright, still not too bad. Alright, well, in this case, because I do want to start making hay as soon as possible, I'll first go and cut the grassland, and then we'll jump straight into the combine and start working on this field. And after that we're gonna go to the field over there, the main road, and that's gonna have to be done pretty soon, I think. And we can do our sunflowers the last, because we don't really need to rush as much as we do with the corn. Okay, so this means we have some time pressure. Oh joy. For anybody that was thinking of becoming a farmer to have an easy and relaxed life, you better not. You better not. This cab actually has quite a good sound dampening. Look how beautiful the font looks when the colors start changing. Amazing. I wonder what it's gonna look like in the spring, where the lotus will probably begin flowering. Right, in any case, so I'm gonna skip the mowing part for the most part because we got so much to do today that it will probably take up too much time in the video. Alrighty, the mowing all done. This really didn't take long. There are a few tufts to take care of here and here. Good. Okay, let's wait while the mower stops turning around, and the moisture of the grass is around 30.5. Okay. They definitely have to ted it at least once, I think, and hopefully there's no rain until tomorrow morning and we can bale it in the morning. Yeah, I really am feeling the pressure now. Alrighty, so we're gonna take care of the mower, drop it off. This was definitely the last time we used it this year, so it should be nice and rested next year when we come around to mowing again. Oops, I accidentally sat in a crate. How does that even work? Alright, with a beautiful trailer, we're gonna park it right next to the field. Now this, I think, is a bit narrower header than the grain one is, so it should take a bit more passes before we can safely say that we harvested the whole field. Okay, this is well parked enough. Where did I leave my quad? It's down there by the grain bins, isn't it? Alright, see you at the combine. Hey, look at this! We have another litter of piglets. Ah, beautiful. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, yay. Feels like we just sold a bunch of them. Now I really do wonder if this is gonna work as intended. Everything should be set for the corn harvest. We don't really get straw from corn. We possibly could get corn stalks, but I think they just get chopped and nothing really stays. So there isn't gonna be any baling done at the end of this harvest season. And yeah, since this harvester is extremely loud when it's running, the Thrasher unit and the header, I am not gonna be speaking over it. I was gonna see a few action shots and whatever we get off the field. Right, let's start her up. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The screamer. Alrighty, well, this is the first field done, and we are basically one full load and a bit over, which I think it's a pretty good yield to get off of this small field. Otherwise, I can't really compare to anything else because this is the first time we harvest corn whatsoever. Alright, so I reckon we'll be able to get the rest of the field into one trailer. But I still don't want to press my luck. So, yeah. I'm gonna have my neighbor Antoni come over, and he's gonna take over the combine and take it to the field, start harvesting. And I'm gonna be trading along with my trailer. So let's just stop this right here, and I'm gonna go take care of the corn, pump it all out, and in the meantime Antoni should be here and he should take the combine away. Alrighty, just went to take a quick toilet break. Mr. Antoni has arrived and he has already taken away the tractor, the combine. And we're now gonna take the tractor and go empty it out. Because I don't want to go there and fill up the trailer and then not have enough space to get the rest. Even though I am suspicious of, well, I'm expecting it will not be more than 5,500 liters. That's how much we could fit in the trailer before it was full. Alright, let's set up the intake. Okay. So I have to kind of go towards the center, with the center of the trailer. Yet again, the joys. Okay, this feels like it's the right path, but I gotta go closer. Okay, let's raise her up. And let's open the flap. Okay, it wanted more. It wanted more. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to the cornfield. Feels like a proper farming operation now. Feels good, man. So I've heard you could put a faster transmission into one of these tractors. But I kinda don't want to. It would make life easier because we could get around quicker. But you know how it is. The faster you go, the more damage you can do. So yeah, no. Alright. Where is Mr. Antoni? No, seriously, where is he? Hello? Yeah, I can't see the combine here. Yeah, I can hear the combine. Be mindful I don't get run over. Oh, sir, you got stuck. Yeah, we switched seats just for a second because he's not used to this kind of a combine. So I'm gonna do the headland and I'm gonna let him work on the rest of the field. Okay, yeah, this is kind of funny. He did get stuck just a bit. But yeah, this header is not completely fine with this combine. It's not completely compatible. It seems to be dragging on the ground a bit. which you can see it's a bit of an issue with the combine getting stuck because it really doesn't have much power and it can't push through. So you gotta wiggle your header up and down. Is that field? Yeah, it's clear. Yeah, so you gotta wiggle your header up and down, otherwise you're not able to move. It's just this edge. The rest should work pretty good, but the edges they seem to give trouble to people who are not used to this kind of work. Yeah, see? Alright, so this was not the best purchase. Not the most compatible thing, but it's really hard to get something that's completely compatible in an aged vehicle. Like this class is. It's like what we said, more than 50 years old. Alrighty, so I've done the first lap. It's now time to unload because the hopper is getting fairly full. Okay, I hope I can get far enough. Yeah, perfect. Like a glove. And we're still in the top range for our corn. It's the best possible range that we can get for it, so I think this is very awesome. Okay, in any case, I'll do this myself, I think, since Mr. Antonio did me some help with all the header getting stuck and everything. And it doesn't really bother me to do it myself, but I still ask him for a transport back so I don't have to deal with it. Okay, only one more row and we're done with this field. And it kind of sort of feels like we have more than filled up the trailer, which fills me up with joy. That means we're gonna have plenty of feed for our pigs. Yeah, amazing. I'm sorry if I'm screaming into the mic, but I know this combine is loud as heck. Yeah, I really wonder how much we're going to get off this field. And then we still have another field of sunflowers to harvest, and it's going to be us done with harvesting today. There's also another thing, let me show you really quick. So rain forecast is for between 8 and 9 a.m. it's going to start raining. That means we're going to have to make sure that we bale all the hay before the rain starts, otherwise we're going to have some issues on our hand and be left without food. That's a no-go. Okay, beautiful. I think there's just one little strip that we can't really see left to take care of, and that should be us done. Let me try and get a move on. Yeah, this little piece. No, it's... No, it wasn't. Okay. The auger is in. Good. I'm gonna empty this out and I'm gonna pretty please ask Mr. Antonio to take the combine back. Okay, guess I'm too close. Don't want to spill everything on the ground. Look at that, the trailer, it looks like it's almost completely full. Are we even gonna get everything out? And the answer is yes, but it looks like barely. Everybody, look at this beautiful full load of corn. Yeah, I'm very glad I emptied out the trailer, because otherwise I would be chugging back and forth. But yeah, almost to the brim. I don't want to go too fast so I don't overturn on a bump. And I think I'm gonna drop, I don't know, let's say 4,000 liters into the big trough, just to give them the base food they need. Yeah, watching grain of any type, might it be corn, might it be wheat, is always so satisfying when you transport it in a trailer. Especially a load like this. I don't think I ever had a load like this. Well, except of potatoes. I did have potatoes. Yeah, absolutely love it. And let's see if we can do any better than previously. Alright, this feels like it's close enough. Look at that! Amazing. Alright. So I'm gonna close the grain door at around 4,000 liters and we're gonna dump the rest into the pig trough. They went long enough without their main source of food. And done. Alright. Yeah, it's so good to have that grain door at the back of the trailer so we can actually control our tips of how much we actually put out in things. Hello pigs, I'm bringing you a top class, A-class corn. So let's see if you'll take it. Oh, you should. most definitely should. Alright, we should empty out the whole trailer now. Alright, so let's see how the trough looks like now. The statistics. Alright, look at that. We have almost 4,000 liters of base food. And we're gonna put the others in fairly soon, but yeah. The base food was what we were missing. Right, so one more field to harvest and then it's tedding time. But I do think I'm gonna ted later on. Probably off screen or maybe in the beginning of next episode. We'll see. Because it sort of feels like there's gonna be too much going on in one episode if I continue just doing everything. On the other hand, I don't know how much of the footage I'll skip. So yeah. Oh, it's sunflower time. I think I'll park over here so I can empty out easily. So I found out that it's a lot easier to harvest these sunflowers rather than corn because the header is much higher. Because you only need the tops. And do it with pop. Yeah, so if you pay attention to the header, this is lifted and this is the harvesting height. Yeah, so if I knew sooner, I could have probably let Mr. Antonio harvest this field, but like, we're not gonna be any better or worse for it if we do it ourselves. Anyway, the sunflowers look pretty good, but the yield is, I don't know what I expected, but I expected more. Because this is all we got. 2,486 liters. And nothing more. So let's unload. Yeah, interesting. I was expecting more, but considering how corn is actually made, the kernels on the cob, and how the sunflowers grow, yeah, I kind of do understand the difference in yield. It's fine. It's completely fine. Alright, so before we put the combine into winter rest, we'll refill it up, probably clean it up a bit, blow the dust and dirt out of it, and blow all the dust out of the thresher unit. So for this purpose I'll leave it parked in front of the garage. Like this. Yeah, beautiful work. And it's already 4 p.m. Wow, time flies. Time really does fly when you have so much to do. But on the other hand, we actually harvested 3 fields, which is not bad at all. I can afford a bit more speed around the corners because we are not so full. Trailer is fairly empty. I don't know, everybody. I feel like we're a pro in this stuff. Yeah, I should become a professional trailer driver. What are they called? I think they have a special name, the people that tend to combines. And it's going in. Beautiful. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you had fun. Join us next time where we continue with today's day. You're gonna actually have to do the grass work and whatnot. And we are kind of pressed for time, so it might be that we are looking at a night baling session, which I haven't done before, and it feels like it's gonna be an interesting thing to do, to experience. So yeah, definitely join us next time, and take care, and goodbye.